All right, guys, this is the new Pit Boss PB 1150 PS2. This is the brand spanking new Pro Series smoker from Pit Boss. This thing just came out. They only had a couple in the whole valley here in Arizona, in the Phoenix area, and I got one of those. Now, the box is a little beat up, and now the ones they had, they were all a little beat up, so we'll have to kind of take that as we get to it, see how it looks. But this thing has the all-new digital controller. It's got a 35-pound hopper. It's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all kinds of funky stuff that hopefully I won't need a separate controller for. It's got an ash cleanout tray, which is what I understood in the video online, which is one of the main reasons I bought it, or one of the reasons I bought it. It makes cleanout really, really easy. They've needed that for a while. I'm just super stoked, so I'm going to get into this. I'm going to get this box open, and let's take a look at this brand new smoker by Pit Boss. Good news is, so far, looks like no damage was sustained. The box was a little beat up, but the insides look really, really good. I'm not seeing any bends or anything else. Man, that new controller looks stereo-worthy. That's like home theater stereo style. That thing is fancy as heck. Nice window. Actually, it is glass, etched glass. That's cool. Nice big hopper. Feed. Got to get rid of that grate. That's annoying. Man. This thing looks great. So now I got to clean up. I have cardboard and junk everywhere in here right now. So I'm going to get all this cleaned up, get things open. I'm going to get on to the assembly. All right, so let's take a look. I did find one little bit of shipping damage. I'm not really worried about it. You can actually see it in the light. It's a little bit of a crease to the metal right there. It looks worse on camera than it does in person, so whatever, I don't care. This thing was heavy. I'm actually shocked it didn't have more damage because it was very heavy and the box was pretty beat up. But, yeah, so we've got all these pieces here. Kind of going over it slow so you can see it. This is what you'll receive. Got a little IKEA parts kit, handle. Got some nice, very large wheels. And some front locking caster wheels. Our little chimney smokestack. Little side shelf. So we've got a heat diffuser, we've got our grates, we've got our legs, and we have our, and there's another piece underneath that, we have our, I guess that's a diffuser of some type, or hot plate that we can move back and forth and put it to a sear, or just let it be a smoker. But I mean, overall, kind of as I mentioned before, the fit and finish of this thing is just top notch. And this is a special edition for Lowe's, this particular one. Kind of the inside here. Firebox area. Got our probes down in there. Kind of see what it says. They don't really call it out, but I can't wait to see how this ash cleanout thing works. Now, let me see if I can see it without flipping the thing over. But on the bottom, it's got this little removable thing that should let us get to the ash to clean it out. So, on the back side of the hopper. Nice heavy-duty handle on the side. Yeah, this thing looks all business. I am stoked, and it is huge. I'm having to kind of back away quite a bit just to get the whole thing in field of view. So that is the first look at the new 1150 Pro Series with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that fancy crap. Hopefully this makes my wireless second set of probes obsolete, so well, let's get on to assembly. All right, progress report, mid-build. It was super easy to put the whole bottom assembly together. I did need Second hand, my son came out, wife came out, helped me put these back legs on. My arms aren't long enough to reach through the barrel all the way to the back to get the back legs on. So that is a two-person job. Front legs, piece of cake. Now you can see you've got access, easy access to all the electronics right underneath here. Just a bunch of Phillips screws. You can access all your electronics, your auger motor, your blower motor. So that's really handy. That's really nice. This is that removable clean out trap that we talked about. Your whole fire pot comes out, the whole thing. Your igniter's right there. That is awesome. Compared to having to vac out and do what I have to do right now with my whiskey skill, that is like the biggest upgrade on the planet. So I hope that really works out. So, all right, so I got to get this thing now set back up on its wheels, and then I got to tighten all the screws. So one tip for you guys on assembly: while you're assembling it, hand tighten all the screws only, because you want to get it up on its wheels so it settles, and then you're going to tighten all the screws on the inside, the legs, you know, that kind of thing. So just make sure you leave those hand tight and then set it up on its wheels and put it together. Talk to you guys soon. Alright, so the 1150 is built. This thing is the freaking Darth Vader of grills. It just looks the part. It is absolutely beautiful. It's built with nice thick metal. It's not thin, super flimsy metal. It's actually built like a tank. You got your grease bucket down here. You've got some utensil hooks. You've got a nice stout side table. You've got a front flip-up table. Locks in place nice and easy. That'll come in handy. You got to wrap something. It's actually a little small. I wish Pit Boss made this maybe 2 inches longer, but you know, it is what it is. That's cool. You got a car stereo quality controller. It's got a push button and a wheel. I was like, what the hell does that have MP3 for? But then I realized that's one of the Pro ports. I'm like, why does my grill have MP3? But anyways, lots of cool stuff that looks like it can say on there, but we'll check that out tomorrow. You got your glass side window for checking your pellet level. Now, I've already taken out the grate on this thing. I kind of mentioned that earlier. I don't like grates in mine because if I have to level the pellets or whatever I got to do, I want that open. I'm not going to be stupid and stick my finger down here into the auger, so I don't need the grate. This is your pellet cleanout trap. It came with a screw in it. Now, if you were full of pellets and then realized it had a screw, then you're not going to be able to empty your pellets if you ever needed to. So take that screw out right away. It has a safety catch screw on the back. Now, this thing is way over threaded and complicated. You got to untwist the heck out of it to finally pull it, and then that's your pellet dump in the bottom. Let's see if I can get that back in. I noticed it was kind of a pain earlier. There we go. I'm just totally failing at putting this back together on camera. Anyways, that's back together, and when you pull it out, you have a little cover you got to take off, and that's how you actually dump your pellets. All right. Let's come over here. Let's flip up this massive lid. It's actually pretty heavy. Okay, so you got this handle. You can go straight to open flame, or you can cut it down to diffuse it, or a little bit in between, however you want to do it. One thing my wife noticed right away is when you pick this up, and I don't know if this is going to actually happen or not, but I imagine this metal is going to be hotter than crap once we're cooking on it. It's going to be at least 225 smoking temp. But when I pick it up, first thing that happens is your wrist goes directly on that metal. So you're going to have to pay attention to that so you don't burn your arm. But anyways, nice heavy lid, nice, very, very wide top grate. You got these ceramic coated grills in here. That just feels nice and heavy duty. The whole inside plate, cast iron plate, is tilted, sloped down, because as I mentioned, you got your grease bucket underneath. So the whole thing's got a nice slope to it. And of course, you've got an adjustable chimney. So I guess the last feature, again, I'm really hoping this is going to be awesome, because I think it is. But this ash cleanout tray just seems like it's going to be either really good or really crappy, and we'll know more soon, because what I'm hoping happens is the ash stays in here, but we flip this latch, doing this on camera, sorry. You grab your handle, you slide it over, and then you're supposed to be able to pull it out and catch all your ash and all your stuff in your fire pot. You clean that out and you're ready to put it back in. Now what I'm afraid is going to happen is you're going to pull this down and you're going to have just a cloud of ash and dust fall all over you in the bottom of this area. Maybe not. I will give it the benefit of the doubt, but that sure as heck does beat having to get a shop back out after every cook, or every time you do, say, a brisket or a pork butt, something that's going to take a long time. That not having to get a shop back out is definitely going to be a time saver, so I like that feature. But that's it, guys, for this video. Our first look at this new 1150 Pit Boss that is exclusive to Lowe's. I guess some other manufacturers or places get the Navigator version, which is kind of similar, but this seemed like it had a lot more bells and whistles and a lot more cool stuff. Again, this is totally the Darth Vader of smokers, so it is badass looking. I will catch you guys later. If you're considering buying, I hope this helps you out.